Hey guys, what's up? This is Insanity. Got a gameplay of the Modern Warfare 2022 beta. This video is going to focus on suggestions for a next Treyarch Call of Duty game, since as I mentioned in the last video, there's no point complaining about Modern Warfare 2022 when it's not the game for me. Better reserve that energy for playing a different game or just looking towards the next iteration and hoping that, even if I probably shouldn't get my hopes up, for that version to be better, especially with the next one being done by Treyarch and hopefully from the ground up this time. I kind of sort of like Black Ops Cold War, but it definitely was lacking compared to even Modern Warfare 2019, a game I did not like. I won't put the blame entirely on Treyarch since the 2020 Call of Duty wasn't even supposed to be Treyarch, but Sledgehammer and Raven, who apparently weren't able to get their act together to deliver. But Treyarch were dragged in at the last minute and scrambled to put together Cold War. It's playable and enjoyable to an extent, but it's obvious that the game couldn't be given Treyarch's 100%. The gunsmith was poorly implemented, for one thing. There was very little in the way of unique attachments or having the same attachment end up doing different things on a different gun. And then you have attachments that have the exact same effect, but with one getting a penalty for no real reason besides differentiating the two. By contrast, the last Treyarch Call of Duty was Black Ops 4, and you had things such as operator mods and some weapons within a class not all having access to the same attachments. As an example, for your sniper rifles, some did not get quick draw to speed up their ADS, some did not get high caliber to improve their one-shot kill areas, and some did not get extended mag attachments. There was more thought put into Black Ops 4's creative class and arsenal, so it's not like Treyarch is incapable of putting their minds to it, but they still half-heartedly borrowed the gunsmith from Modern Warfare 2019 and did a terrible job of it. In Cold War, all weapon loadouts will likely be decked out with similar attachments, and the only time there will be a difference is if you're going suppressed, or if you use a wild card for 9 attachments. But I don't want to go off tangent here, so let's just stick to the main focus, which is suggestions for Treyarch's next Call of Duty game. I think I can give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that they'll retain stuff that Modern Warfare 2022 did away with, such as nameplates, dead silence as a perk, a usual minimap with red dots for unsuppressed fire, and so forth. I am also under no illusion that they'll do away with SBMM or EOMM and will fully expect it to be there in all Call of Duty games onward no matter what, so let's not bring that up. First thing I'll touch base on is time to kill, and this will be a two-part thing with sniper rifles. I think of the Treyarch Call of Duty games, Black Ops 2 had it just right. You have powerful guns in the game, including a couple 3-shot automatic assault rifles, SMGs, and LMGs, but there's still a lot of variety, and there wasn't anything too over the top in terms of people abusing certain weapons. SMGs are powerful primarily due to the maps encouraging more close quarters fights, but otherwise, Treyarch did a great job with the weapons in Black Ops 2. Shotguns were probably still their weakest point, but they were all tuned differently, and as Black Ops 3 has shown, sometimes Treyarch's fears of having shotguns being too powerful had some merit when people complained about the Brecci and Haymaker, and those two ended up getting nerfed. None of the Treyarch shotguns have been as powerful as Infinity Wards, of course, but either way, the other weapon classes were handled well in Black Ops 2 in terms of weapon variety, time to kill potential, and overall differences between the guns in the same class, and I think it'll be great for Treyarch to have Black Ops 2 level time to kill in their next game. Black Ops 3 was very similar to Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 4 is where they nerfed time to kill due to increased health and no automatic weapon being capable of 3-shot minimum kills. Cold War partially speeds up time to kill, but otherwise it is also very comparable to Black Ops 4 in terms of it taking longer to kill enemies. I'm of the belief that longer time to kill is a detriment, especially when factoring lag on top of Treyarch Call of Duty games generally being more unreliable, and Infinity Wards in terms of hit detection, so even if the conditions are ideal and your aim is on point, having your target escape one shot at due to a longer time to kill is very frustrating. The longer time to kill also ends up weighing in favor of weapons that are not taking 4 to 5 shots minimum to kill. There's a reason everyone grabbed the pitchforks when the EM2 and Tech 9 came out in Cold War, as these two guns were two of only 3 fully automatic weapons capable of a 3-shot kill, and they completely trumped anything in the game despite their lower fire rates and tending to be a balancing factor. They did get nerfed later on to no longer be 3-shot kills, barring certain circumstances, but you can clearly see a fully automatic weapon that is an AR or SMG that isn't following the longer time kill trend became a huge deal in a game barring the 3-shot automatic weapons. So it'd be great for Treyarch's next Call of Duty game to go back to Black Ops 2 levels of time and kill potential. Concerning the sniper rifles, I'm of the belief that the only enhancements they should get for attachments should be handling based. They should not have attachments to affect their one-shot kill potential. Make the sniper rifles fill different archetypes like how Black Ops 2 did it. You have one power bolt action sniper rifle for general sniping, one weaker bolt action designed for quick scoping, one weak but spammy semi-auto that can only one shot to the head, and one spammy less power semi-auto that can be used for general sniping, with spamming being a last resort. For me, if this means, for instance, that the Tundra in Cold War is only capable of one-shot kills chest up and no task force barrel to get one-shots to the arms and stomach, then so be it. As it stands, sniping is harder in Cold War only due to the slower handling, such as slower ADS times, but the one-shot potential is still invaluable due to a long time to kill in Cold War, so I think I'll compromise my sniping playstyle for the sake of being fair. If you have a sniper rifle whose base potential is a one-shot to the stomach, as long as the other weapons, such as ARs and SMGs, have the capability of three-shotting you at close range, should be a big threat, and that's a fine balance. I won't always win against an SMG user who has to plug me with 5 bullets on their 800 to 1000 rounds per minute weapon, but 1 bullet to kill is still less than 5 bullets. So that's my suggestions for the time to kill and sniper rifles. Next up, the create class system. I'm not sure if Treyarch will ever bring out the Pick 10 system, but in Cold War, the other wildcards just did not give enough benefits to justify using them, compared to the wildcard that grants you 6 perks. If they have the option to run more than 3 perks in their next game that isn't done like Modern Warfare 2022 system, or uses Specialist mode, which Treyarch never had in any of their games, I feel like they really need a Pick 10 system, or something similar, to properly present a real trade-off for running 6 perks. If they do not bring back Pick 10, I think an alternative is stealing from Call of Duty Ghosts and giving up some of your created class items in order to maximize the effectiveness of a wildcard effect, as long as it's not a gimmick effect, like being able to use secondary weapons in your primary slot. You have to give up your secondary, your equipment, or field upgrade in order to run additional perks in your class, add additional attachments on your gun, or if you have overkill, enable your second primary weapon to be fully decked out. I really think that there should be a trade-off, and as nice of an idea as Gunsmith is, the system has generally minimized opportunity costs in the newer Call of Duties to let you create well-rounded guns with little in the way of drawbacks, made worse by Vanguard upping the ante with 10 attachments on your guns for free. It would be great to bring those opportunity costs back and have real trade-offs again. Thirdly, streaks. I think that just like Modern Warfare 2022, it would be nice to have a toggle between either going with kill streaks or score streaks. But the most important thing is that streaks are streaks. So no to dying and not having your streak stop. You must legitimately earn the kills or score to get the streaks the hard way. I also did not like how score earning was done in Cold War. It effectively rewarded you more for going on kill streaks of objectives barely contributing anything to your score streaks. Assuming Treyarch still goes with score streaks, they should revert back to Black Ops 2 to 4 in terms of having flat points per kill, with no score chain point bonuses and no score streaks above 2,000 points maximum. While I'm okay with an anti-streak like the Air Patrol, as long as you're not guaranteed quote-unquote streaks like in Cold War, then that should be enough of a factor to keep the Air Patrol in check. Also, assuming that Treyarch does go with the streak toggle between kill streaks and score streaks, if there are any streaks that are weapon-based, like the War Machine, they should only contribute partial score instead of being worth a full kill if you have score streaks. And if kill streaks, then it should not count at all towards the next streak, unless there's a perk like Kill Chain, which, given that Treyarch games have used score streaks since Black Ops 2, that would probably not even exist as a perk. These are just some of these suggestions I have for now for Treyarch's next game. I did have a whole idea that I developed regarding having both kill streaks and score streaks at the same time, but I don't think it's worth mentioning, and there's very little chance such an idea would even be implemented into a Call of Duty game, so it's just something I'll keep to myself. That's the gameplay and commentary. Hope you enjoyed it, and Insanity is out.